There's definitely a great energy in downtown Grand Rapids. We have some new friends who are here to meet us.
The younger variety, which is nice. Some students, obviously. I think they're from a local Catholic school.
Yeah, they look like they're
big, the plaid skirts.
Yeah, they're big Catholic Central Cougars fans, I think. Fantastic. They're very excited. You know, we have a great party going on.
We do.
In downtown Grand Rapids. It's called ArtPrize, and we're broadcasting live our studio here for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah. So much to see, so much to do as well.
Well, there are more than 1,500 artists taking part in this year's ArtPrize.
Yes, but 2 of this year's artists are inspired by some very special children in West Michigan.
Adam Den Herder and Heather Kelly created art inspired by Make-A-Wish children and Wish children, and they are here with us today. So tell us about what inspired you.
My own silent struggle with postpartum depression inspired the image in my piece. I created a 3-panel triptych using an image of my daughter, who's now 2. She was diagnosed with a health issue when I was pregnant, and after having her, I've always been an artist, but started to use my work as a way to heal and to give back. So I've come up with the idea to invite the audience to submit an anonymous wish to my website at artprizewish.com, and I created a free app that you can download on the App Store. It's called Heather Kelly Wish, and I'm inviting the public to share in my experience because it was such a private, silent struggle. The work then is inviting the public then to share a part of themselves because I'm sharing a part of myself with them. And then I'm also hoping to raise money for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. I've decided to use my lifelong passion as a way to give back. So I'm hoping to raise money through this project and others that are all part of this motherhood series.
Yeah, and where can people see your art?
My work is at Open Concept Gallery. It's across the street from the Grand Rapids Art Museum. It's a unique venue. It's a gorgeous space. It's an old Masonic temple, and there's a freight elevator that you take to get up, so no one will forget the experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, Adam, what about you and your story? Because the Make-A-Wish Foundation is something that's kind of been introduced to you within the last month or so.
Yeah, it was a couple months ago. What happened was they came to me and said, we'd like to do something with you for ArtPrize. So we sat down for a meeting and started brainstorming because I've done some large trees with stars, and I said to them, to do it, I really need the kids to do it. Like, I want the kids to show through. So I had them draw the pictures. I'm like, they can draw pictures and I'll turn them into sculptures. I didn't know quite what I was getting myself into, but it all worked out in the end. So I thought the only way that they will show through, because they can't enter anything either into ArtPrize because kids can't, I was like, if they have them show through would be great. So they kind of chose with me, 5 different kids, different ages from 4 to 14, all local, one from Detroit, but the stuff the kids came up with was just inspiring. Like, just they didn't just draw pictures, like, they had stories behind it, why it was this way, so it's really
the imaginations sound like they're incredible. The imagination of a child, we only so much wish as adults we could go back and recapture that, but you really have an opportunity to get that special
it's
connection.
Amazing. And these are kids that are all Make-A-Wish kids, so they all have a disease, and the creativity is not affected 1 ounce. It's just like, it's even more inspired than like a kid that is just not sick.
Yeah, I'll pose this question to both of you. Having this really close connection with Make-A-Wish Foundation of Michigan and being able to really see what the organization is doing for West Michigan families, because most times it is beyond one wish. They are helping families in so many different ways. What is your takeaway from that, in that you would want to express about why it's so important to be doing this?
I think this experience has come to mean more to me than I expected. I've found out through this experience so many people in my life that were touched by Make-A-Wish. I'm so happy I chose it, as the title of my piece is Wish, so it made sense for so many reasons. But as a mother that went through a health struggle with my own child, I have a slight glimpse into what that life might be. And to be able to help those people is
amazing.
Yeah.
It really is.
I was out at actually Frederick Meyer for Make-A-Wish had a walk this past weekend, and then some of the kids were there that actually drew the pictures, and it was just amazing to see like all these different families come up and just thank you. And it's like, I didn't realize, like how many lives are actually touched by this, and just people are just like, thank you for just giving these kids an opportunity to be part of something so great. And I'm going to sell all the sculptures and donate half of it to Make-A-Wish. So.
Wow, that's
And
incredible.
That's my intention too, is to donate.
You sometimes could probably feel if you're walking with a child through something like that you're very isolated and very alone, and how touching it must be for them to know that as artists you're reaching out to them and want to capture their spirits.
One of the little boys, Matthew, came up and just big high five, like, this is just so, you know, he's like, you captured it. It's like, that's exactly what it
I've
was.
had some wish kids submit an anonymous wish, and then I'm using everyone's wishes to create another work of art that I'll be then auctioning off and donating half as well. So it's been an inspiring, life-changing project for sure.
All art has meaning, but we'd like to think that your art that you've created has extra special meaning because of everything that you're doing and what you're representing. Thank you so much for coming on and for putting that hard work in representing these
Thank
families.
you for having me. I'm so impressed with Grand Rapids. I'm not from Grand Rapids, and I can't tell you how impressed I am with this city. I told my husband we should move here.
You should go here. We'll get you a brochure. Oh, thank you so much for being here with us. We've got your necklaces too.
Oh, thank you. I'm giving away close to 1,000 necklaces that I've created by hand. I was in metals emphasis as an undergrad, so I'm hoping to give those back as thanks for hopeful participation in submitting an anonymous wish.
Thank
Wonderful.
you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
That's West.